be on video as well. So we like to mix that in, so it's not speaker, 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 it mixes it up. And part of that is I watched early on TEDx. It used to be just speaker, 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 and then all of a sudden they started adding like jazz musicians and comics and beat poets, and I now know why, because it just mixes the day up. So you will see that if you're wondering why is there an interview plan. And a couple of them, I think over the next couple of days, are actually being filmed for a documentary that we're finally getting really close to now. It's been a long process about what would you say to your younger self if you could jump into a time machine and go back and talk to them. And we had some bLU Talks people that are going to be in it, and also Deepak Chopra, John Gray, Men Are From Mars, Tommy Chong, you guys know Cheech and Chong. And so a lot of really big names are going to be in it. Also, we're putting in Back to the Future. We're going to use a clip from it, and we interviewed Jennifer, the original Jennifer, Claudia Wells, for Back to the Future, and a girl from Hot Tub Time Machine, and a girl from The Time Machine. So we're going to start out with linking it all to Time Machine. So just so you know what that documentary interview is about, that's what it's for. We're recording a lot of people for that to bring together a documentary where we go into what people would say to their younger self. Last note on that, but for those that might know who Bob Proctor is, the late Bob Proctor, we interviewed Bob Proctor for it, and next month, November 8th, I'm interviewing his son, Brian Proctor. We're going to Bob's house, we're going to hold Bob's Think and Grow Rich, and interview his son and ask him what he would say, and then we're also going to air the clip in the documentary before what Bob said. So I'm really pumped about that, just like the connection between father and son, and to see what they both say, but also holding his 60-year-old now, I think 60-year-old copy of Think and Grow Rich while we're doing the interview, which I did with Bob, like they held it as well. So anyway, that's just an inside note that I'm really pumped about that, because I wanted some sort of parent and child type connection. So having said all that, let's move back to bLU Talks and say we have an amazing MC with us who found out last night at 9:30 in the car. No, it was earlier today on our way here, and Heidi said, because I was probably going to be the MC, it's probably the plan, and Heidi said, Wanda, do you want to be the MC? And she said, okay. That was the whole process. Sometimes that's the process, linking up an MC. So Wandana is an absolute treat. She's really funny. I don't know if that'll come through today. I don't know if she'll expose that to us, but she's got this really dry, amazing sense of humor.
A total letdown now.
Yeah, but I'm actually saying this so she doesn't feel uncomfortable doing it, because now at least you get it and you see it. She hates me saying this. Her first talk she delivered, which was an amazing talk, and she just bothered, I think, that the biggest takeaway for me, and it's because I didn't expect her to be so funny.
The only takeaway.
The biggest takeaway is because I didn't expect her to be that funny. I didn't know that was her humor. And she shared within her talk about how, and it probably not even that you shared this, it's the way you shared it, but she shared in her talk how she was the only, or first person in her family. Pioneer in her family to try a hot dog.
Yeah.
That was like a key moment of her talk.
He thinks it's really funny.
If you go back and watch the talk, the way she positioned it, because she made it so matter of fact, like it was like, this is a big important insight that you know this. My grandfather was the first person to ever try a pizza in our family, just if you want to know, in 1953. Pizza didn't exist in our world before that. He had it, and it was a grand opening for pizza. Like, it was a grand opening for a pizza place. It was a grand opening for pizza. He said he went across the bridge, and he said, I tried this thing called pizza. I said, what'd you think? I hated it. And what do you think now? I hate it. And so I was like, I'm a huge pizza guy, and I would eat pizza all the time. I said, want some? Nope. I think that was the only time he tried pizza, was in 1953. But anyway, so that's...
Trivia.
Yeah.
Is pizza American or Italian?
Well, now I'm going to say American.
Else.
I'm going to say now American. Am I right?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Clearly Canadian.
Yeah, I think it's Canadian. I know the pineapple pizza was invented in
pineapple and
Calgary.
ham. Yeah, it's definitely very good.
Wash it down with a speaking of nut milk.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah, it's the nut milking area too. Okay, so it's been off the rails because Heidi's not in the room. Okay, so back to the rails. So Wanda is going to absolutely crush it over the next couple of days. She's amazing. She's, like I say, super hilarious. She's from Toronto, right in the heart of Toronto. Do we say in Canada don't hold that against her? Because they say to me, but that to me about PEI.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so I guess not then. Okay, so so Wanda is going to absolutely deliver over the next couple of days, and basically she's going to be your MC. She's going to be sharing nuggets about the speakers, bringing them up to the stage. One thing to know, Tyler films the MC, but a lot of times if we use that, it'll be like maybe a B-roll for Wandana or something like that. So I just say that because you may wonder if the,
That's like totally demotivating.
no, it's not.
So it's not important, we're just gonna B-roll it.
No, because speakers ask me that later. They're like, okay, so when she said this, should I do this? Like they think that a speaker's gonna be a part of it. If you ever watch TED Talks, same thing. People think that the MC is in the video, but they're not in that video of that speaker. And the reason is because not a full event film, it's separate speakers. So just wanted to clarify that. Keep people wondering. So again, back on the rails for the third time. Wandana is amazing, and I can't wait to watch this. And I also am proud to say that I can pronounce her name correctly, because that was a struggle early on, right?
Most people.
Most people, yeah.
You may be more than most.
But yeah, it took me a lot longer. And then the last off the rails comment was Rosalind, when we were at Miami. She goes, what she actually worded that? She goes something like, no, but she said, I can't wait to introduce the speaker, and I'm proud that I know how to say her name.
Yeah,
And
she
then-
said it wrong.
And then she said it completely wrong. And then you're over there in front of her.
So were you.
Yeah,
You
because
looked
we,
at me.
yeah, because we had worked through it the night before. Okay, so, please join me in welcoming Wanda to the stage, and she's gonna be your amazing MC over the next couple of days, and absolutely, pumping her up, absolutely over-deliver.
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. Thank you guys, enjoy the rest of the couple days.
One quick action, please put your phones on silent as well, so we don't get any phones
Right,
going off
right,
in the middle. Thank you.
Just putting on glasses because I look way more intelligent. So, I don't know how many times Corey said amazing about me, but I have to tell you, I feel like this is a case of, over-promise and under-deliver, so I'll try to make sure we get past that. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining us. This is a really special day. First of all, it's a really special time to be here in Oxford. It is very rare that we get this opportunity, and to be part of one of the most elite institutions of the world, quite frankly. Coming with lots of scholars and opportunities. I think it's just fantastic to be here. Housekeeping stuff first. You're here to share your message. That's it. Share your message. Let it come from you. Let it come from within your heart. Let it come from how you feel. We're all here together. We're all here to support you. You're going to do great. So don't be, don't feel nervous. If you get to a situation where you need to take a break and step back and just sort of recalibrate, by all means do that, because we can edit stuff on the video. So it's not an issue. So don't feel nervous, feel really great. The other thing that might happen is if for some reason your mic's not working as well as it should or as clear, there might be some adjustment with that. So as you can see, it almost feels like we're about to shoot a film, but we're just going to do several takes. It's sort of the way it feels. Don't worry about the transitions that are happening, but the one thing that we all are here to do is support each other, so just make sure that you stay for as long as you can, you clap for as long as you can, and that you send positive energy to each of the people that we're here. So, a couple of things. I kind of feel like Tyler and Corey and maybe even Heidi stole my thunder, but the most exciting part about this is you have photo release forms. And if you're a speaker, please do not leave here without signing one, otherwise you will have no talk. That's charity, anyway. Okay, they thought that was really funny, and I'm not really sure why, because it's actually true. So, I'm just gonna say stuff that's true now. So anyway, that's the first thing. Second thing is feedback forms. That's the second most exciting thing. It is really important for people who organize this event. That's not me, just so you guys know. So it's for people who are in charge of and organize this event, it's really important to get an understanding of what we did really well and what might need some improvement. Because if you don't know, unless you know, you can't do anything about it, right? But if there's some really good stuff, make sure you mention that too, because that's really heartwarming to hear. It takes a lot of effort to put these kinds of events together, so it means a lot. If you remember to add your email address to the form, we have a prize for you. The audio version of Corey's amazing book, the book of Why and How. He's talked about it a few times, but this is the audio version, which we all know is way more expensive than the e-book or the print format. Bathrooms. So bathrooms are down the hall and to the right. You need that. And then the last thing is, as Tyler said, just want to make sure we silence all of our phones. So please make sure they're off. The vibrating volume is down. Anything you can do to silence so that we're not buzzing.